Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today, I get to share with you this book called The Secret of Trifid Castle. It is the 11th in the Wright Cousin Adventure series written by Gregory O. Smith. In this book, the Wright cousins are getting on an airplane to go back to the United States. They've had a great time in Gutenberg with the royal family, the Stronzes, and they're ready to get back to their own beds and the peach pie that is waiting for them at home. But when their plane is in a big storm and unexpectedly has to divert its course, they find themselves back in Gutenberg and they have to figure out a different way to get home. But when it turns out that the plane divertment was not an accident, they find that they are the only ones who are able to rescue their friends, the Stronzes, from a nefarious would-be ruler. In this story, it is, like I said, the 11th in the series, so there's a lot of backstory that comes into play here. If you haven't read the other books in the series, it might be a little bit confusing at the beginning, so read those other books first, because then you get to know the characters involved, and some of the elements from other stories are coming in here, especially ones that haven't really been discussed in a while. So in this book, Tim and Robert are more of the focus than they've been before, and there's a lot of spy and mystery elements in here as well. So there's detective work that goes into the story, and even though the other characters do play a role, you get to know some of the lesser known characters a little bit better through the course of this story. Like the others in the series, there's a lot of action. It's fast-paced and written for upper middle grade to young adult audiences. It is accessible to younger middle grade because of the fact that it's pretty wholesome in its design, and there's not strong language used in the story, despite the fact that the characters are all in their teens. So younger readers will still enjoy it if they like that fast-paced series mystery adventure. So if readers are into series like The Boxcar Children or Nancy Drew, where there's kind of a formulaic structure, wholesome characters, and mysteries to be solved in every story, then this series is going to be a great fit. And as you can see, the writing here is pretty accessible as well. There's some white space, the chapters aren't very long, and there's a lot of dialogue. All the characters are interacting with each other in really comical ways often, so there's jokes woven in and jokes that kind of carry over from one book to the next. So if this sounds like a great fit for you, I hope you look for it at your favorite bookstore.